I guess I'm just confused as to why I feel like it just keeps getting lower and lower. And the last payment, Judge, was made because he fraudulently carried the children on the taxes. They're investigating him for something or another pertaining to children. And also Health and Human Services had reached out to me probably 2 weeks ago, trying to locate his address and get information on my children, because I believe he was trying, in my opinion, trying to do something fraudulent with my children.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
You may lower your hand, and Mr. Leach, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We're here on the state's suit for a modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage. Both parties were present as temporary orders were issued on October 31st of 2024. However, Mr. Caston is not present this morning, but I would ask if the state would request to move forward on a default.
You may.
Okay. Judge, the state is requesting that the temporary order be made final and that additional orders be issued for the child support and medical support arrears, as well as court cost. I'd first like to offer evidence into evidence what's been marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit A, Mr. Caston's payment record. That record has been emailed to the court's evidence inbox.
State Exhibit A is admitted.
Ms. Caston, could you please state your full name?
Ashley Kim Caston.
And Ms. Caston, what are the name and ages of the children in this matter?
Andon Caston, he's 11. Kylie Caston, she'll be 15 in 2 weeks.
And Ms. Caston, do you understand that the state is requesting a child support arrears judgment in the amount of $10,522.35 as of February 28th, 2025, to be paid at $103 per month beginning April 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And not agree with those amounts.
Mr. Leach, hold on.
Yes.
What is the judgment amount and what is it being paid at again?
Judgment amount is $10,522.35.
Okay.
And that's paid at $103 a month.
Okay, you may proceed.
And Ms. Caston, you do not agree with those amounts, is that correct?
No.
And why do you not agree with those amounts?
Because he doesn't pay anything. So I don't agree with the lesser. And prior to us going to court, the amounts have changed, and it seems like it keeps on decreasing.
And Ms. Caston, are you talking about the arrears amount?
Yes, sir. Okay. I have documentation like on the website where it's been higher than that, and I guess I'm just confused as to why I feel like it just keeps getting lower and lower.
Is there an amount you believe it should be at, Ms. Caston?
I recall it being in the like 20,000 before. I have a picture of it being at 27,000 before. Like a screenshot.
That just for child support, or was that for child support and medical support?
I believe it was both.
Okay. And Ms. Caston, do you understand that the state is also requesting a medical support arrears judgment in the amount of $4,276.26 as of February 28th, 2025?
Yes.
And that the state is requesting that to be paid at $72 a month beginning April 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And you do not agree with these amounts either, is that correct?
No.
And do you not agree with the same reasons you previously stated?
That's correct.
Okay.
Can you give
Ms.
me
Caston,
the medical support judgment again, Mr. Leach?
$4,276.26.
26?
Yes, Judge, 26.
Okay. And it's paid at?
Paid at $72 a month.
Okay. Thank you.
And Ms. Caston, do you understand that Mr. Caston will be billed court costs for today's proceedings?
Yes.
Do you have any safety concerns with your address being included in the order today?
I've stated that prior, yes. And since we've last been to court, there's been other things that have transpired. I let the court know that, and she denied it.
Are you talking about at the last hearing, Ms.
Yes,
Caston?
I did, and
Prior
she
hearing?
denied it, but I'm still concerned. And issues have
Have there,
arose since then.
have there been any incidents since the temporary order back at the end of October of 2024?
Yes.
What was that incident, Ms. Caston?
CPS called me because CPS in Kaufman County had reached out to me about an investigation. She didn't give me much details, but they're investigating him for something or another pertaining to children. And also Health and Human Services had reached out to me probably 2 weeks ago, trying to locate his address and get information on my children, because I believe he was trying, in my opinion, trying to do something fraudulent with my children and their information. So no, I don't feel comfortable with him knowing where we live. He has not seen the children in 2 years in May. So no, I don't feel comfortable, and neither do my children.
And Ms. Caston, has there been any incidents of family violence directly between you and Mr. Caston since October of 2024?
No.
Okay.
Only the police have been like reaching out to me.
But you are requesting a non-disclosure of your information?
Again, yes.
I pass the witness, Judge.
Hey, Ms. Caston, do you have any evidence that these judgments should be larger?
Yes, ma'am. I have documentation of like screenshots from the child support website when it was higher. So when I'm coming to court.
And was that, what year was that?
That was in 2024.
Okay.
It's been higher.
Can you share those with us?
So at one point it was like 27,000 for the medical support and child support. And I have like, I can email it to someone to show, but the last payment was, I think, like April of last year, but it was increasing every single month. And I don't know what transpired in these couple of months when we were going to court, because I understand the back child support, but I don't understand what his support is supposed to be moving forward, because it's at such a low amount. So I don't know if that's the arrears, or is it not accumulating anymore? Has it stopped?
So, Mr. Leach, can you share the pay record on the screen?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. Give me one.
And the last payment, Judge, was made because he fraudulently carried the children on the taxes. And so when he made that payment, that was just taxes that were given to me because he was in the hole, but he shouldn't have carried the kids in the first place because he doesn't take care of them for 50%.
I can't do anything about that.
I understand. I'm just saying that's the reason for the large amount of that payment.
IRS. But if he made a large payment and he's been given credit for that large payment, there's nothing I can do about that.
I understand that, but I'm just saying he doesn't make payments on a regular basis. I was just explaining to you that large amount was because of he filed the children on those taxes, not that he's regularly paid it.
Okay.
Can you see my screen, Your Honor?
I can, Mr. Leach. I'm just trying to see, was there ever a...
Right here is showing, this is present, I guess back in May of last year up until present. And I can scroll up as well, Your Honor, as needed.
Because I don't ever see a $20,000 balance. Do you see that, Mr. Leach, anywhere on any of this? You can
No, Your Honor. I'll start from the beginning. I did not see a balance that large on the pay record.
Okay.
His payments used to be $875.
Okay, so yeah, his monthly payments have gone down. That's correct.
I understand that.
I'm trying to see where you're getting the $27,000 amount.
I have a screenshot of it, but
Okay. Is there a way for you to share that screen? Mr. Leach, have you seen this screenshot of what she has?
I have not seen the screenshot, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you share that with us in some way, shape, form, or fashion, ma'am? I don't know if you can email it or text it to Mr. Leach. I'm not sure. But the pay record I have doesn't have an amount, a substantial amount like that on it.
Try to stop sharing my screen now, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Leach, thank you. Ms. Caston, you're muted, so I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm pressing buttons over here. I was getting ready to show you because I have a screenshot. And do I just select the share button? Is that what I'm doing?
Yes, if you can share, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. So can you see my screen?
I see a wedding picture.
Okay, hang on one second. I have to get back in it. I had it loaded up. Sorry.
It's
Okay, so this right here, do you see this?
Yes.
Okay, it says 27,260.02 of unpaid ballots. So this is where it was coming from. And you can see that this is from the actual AOG website. So again, I think I'm confused as to how it works because this is what I've seen. Isn't that my case number and stuff?
It is this case number. Does this have a date?
I sent this to my mother. I don't remember. I can
No,
go
I'm
back and
talking about is there an actual date on this?
when you go to the website, it doesn't have a date of this. It just, when you
Okay.
log on what I see, it just shows you the balance.
Okay.
It just shows you the case balance. So I have seen that number before and I'm not, again, I'm confused.
Okay. So, Mr. Leach, do we want to reset this until y'all can figure out where that $27,000 balance came from? Because I don't know where it came from.
We could, Your Honor. I do know, I think over the entirety of his obligation, he's only been, the amount he's only owed is about 29,000, and he's paid a little under 11,000 total. So yeah, I'm not sure where that 27,000 number is.
It's conflicting for me. So I guess I'm trying to understand. It seems like it's.
We can finalize this case today, or I can reset it one more time, and you can talk to the people in the Attorney General's office and see if they can, tell you why that amount was on there. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not really concerned about that particular amount. My primary concern is the safety of the children. They are older, 11 and 15, and with the 2 year span of not seeing them, I'm just a bit concerned. There's not any place that's registered as his address or any, I'm just concerned.
So what I'm gonna tell you is that's not before me.
Okay. No problem.
Visiting with the kids, you'd have to file something to modify his visitation.
He hasn't honored the visitations at all.
I understand that, but to change what he's allowed to do, you have to file something. So if he hasn't, the likelihood of him doing it is probably slim to none.
Understood.
So you might be worried about, you might be making a problem where there is no problem. Because if he's not going to visit, he's not going to visit. Okay. All right. Anything else?
So if I just want to make sure when we close this out today and he's not paying, that's just that.
Nope. You can discuss that with the Attorney General's office.
Oh, sure. Okay.
There are other remedies.
Okay. I was just, okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. So I will grant the default judgment, order a child support, make the temporary order final. The provisions of the temporary order final. I'll order a child support judgment against Mr. Caston in favor of the Attorney General of Texas in the amount of $10,522.35. Order that judgment paid at $103 per month. I will order a medical support judgment also against Mr. Caston in favor of the Attorney General of Texas in the amount of $4,276.26. Order that judgment paid at $72 a month. Order court costs as billed. Ms. Caston, I'm still going to deny the non-disclosure. You haven't given me a legal reason to grant one. So now that I've made my ruling, you have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. This is also out of the 303rd District Court. That's Judge Laditra Atkins. She might have a different opinion than mine. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now that I've given you that information, do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right, then thank you for appearing here today and you're free to go.
All right.